welcome back to Petty Perfect. It's me, Darren Monroe, and as you can see, we got a new boo. Yes, I took something close to 8 hours and I braided my hair in these wonderful large size braids. Not too big, not too small. These bad boys is heavy like nobody's business, but I like them and I plan on keeping them in for quite some time because I am over doing my hair, truthfully. But anyway, we are here to get beautiful once again. Yes, we are using the BH Cosmetics Gold Rush palette. And it has some pretty awesome colors, and you'll see that I do use it often. So here we go. So today, we're not gonna get too snazzy, but we are gonna get definitely cute. A look that you can wear during the daytime and also late at night. Granted, if you're going the whole day, you might want to do a couple of touch-ups. But it's versatile, which is the point that we're in for. So I'm going to be using this color, and this color, and a little bit of this darker tone. Like, yes, it does have some gold in it, but it does come off like a black. So yes, there's, like, you can see it does have, let me make sure I get to you right. So you see it does have some like gold in it, but it does come off as a black. But granted, we're not using it to be like black, just to add some like smokiness to the outer of the eye. So that's what we're using it for. So it's kind of like a supporting role in the colors. But we have to get fabulous, we have to get beautiful. I did clean my face, so we're going into our primer phase. And yes, I need some more. I do have more, but you know, I want to use it to the last drop, as you can tell. It's my Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer. And I think I'm close to that last drop, to be honest with you. So, a small amount. And I'm doing one side of my face at a time, just to make sure that everything is nicely coated and nobody gets missed. That's what that's for. So so a little on my forehead, and I'm going around the outers of my face, my nose, all that wonderful stuff. Let that rock for a minute. Gotta turn my nose ring around. Sorry, I'm not digging up my nose, it's just I'm moving it. Now I'm gonna go in with my Ulta mineral setting powder, and I'm just trying to get an ashy look on my face. So I'm not going for anything like too wild and crazy. I just want everything to look ashy, and I start up here because that is my problem area. So if like down by my jawline was an issue, then I would start at my jawline, but up here, up under my eyes, is where all my problems lie. So that's where I'm hitting first, and then I go around my face the rest of the way. So like, I really don't have any problem on my forehead or anything like that. But you know, if that's where your issue is, then hit it there. Alright, so I'm using my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer and anti-aging, sorry. And it's just a tad as well, nothing too wild and crazy. And I put it on the lid first and I work my way out. because to me the lid is the important part, so I want to make sure that's covered. Just check. So I'll work my lid and then move out to all the other areas. Alright. So here we go. Got a little setting powder on my clothes. Alright, so I'm now getting into my colors, and I'm gonna start off with this yellowish color here to like set the foundation of it, to bring a little color into my eye as well. Then we are going to go for this brown color to add some depth to it, to create a look. Like we're gonna start to create a look, adding some variation. We're blending the colors in. Then we're using this black color I told you on the outer area, and that's also adding some depth as well to the look and to our eye, to complete the whole you know, the whole thing of what we're doing, our whole look. And then I'm going in with this lighter color right here in the inner area in a cut crease kind of look. So it's not like your typical cut crease where you have to put on the concealer on your eye to then and do all that work. No, I'm not doing all of that, but I still get the cut crease look at the end of the day without all the extra effort and without all the extra work, by using the shape of my eye. So let's get started. So I'm just going on top, see? And I'm just doing the whole upper lid of my eye with this color, because this is going to be our foundation color that we use. So this is where we start the whole eye look at. And you see these colors are really nice and pigmented, so I don't have to worry about like going in 6 and 7 times to make sure I'm getting what I need out of the color or at the color that I want it to be, which is truthfully the best part. Alright, so I wanted that bright yellow. I got that bright yellow. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just making sure that it's nice and smooth, truthfully. Like I have something on my face. There we go. And it's just a nice little switch back and forth. And I do make sure that a little bit below, like you see I do here, a little bit below where my eyebrow ends, that area is taken care of as well, because I don't want my eyeshadow stopping too short. Because we can take care of this stuff going on down here, we can take care of that when we put our foundation on, so that's not an issue. But I don't want to stop in too short where like I'm bringing like there's a gap, like an area that's not being covered by anything, by foundation or by eyeshadow. Now we're going in with our brown color, and I'm using the same type of wispy brush, but I'm concentrating it in, you see, the crease of my eye. So that's where I'm focusing it, focusing the color, because like I said, this is to add some depth. And then we're just bringing it up just a tad so it blends in to the yellow. It doesn't overpower it or take over, but it blends into the yellow. You see? So let me show you how I do it, and we're gonna go on the next side. So I leave my eye open so I can get directly into this crease. So you see, it goes directly into the crease. And then I close my eye to open the area so we can go just a little above the crease area, so it blends into the yellow. So you see how that works? Alright, let's do it one more time. So I keep my eye open so it goes directly into the crease, and then I close my eye so that it can wisp and blend into the yellow. And let's do it again on the other side. So we're going directly into the crease, and then we're opening it so it can blend. There we go. Now we're using our black color. And like I said, it's just for depth and dimension. So we're just dabbing it on. So you see, it doesn't really do much. And that's how we kind of want to keep it, because I don't necessarily want it to be black. I just want to add some dimension. See? Just a little something something to make it just a tad bit darker than what's going on. And all I'm doing is like dabbing it in. So it's basically like packing it on. So you see? There you go. Bam. And I'm doing the same thing with the other side, where I'm just dabbing the color in. Because I just wanted to pack on just a tad. So instead of making it like black, it makes it more so a dark brown. Because it's adding to the brown that's already there. I love it. Yes. There we go. See? It's just a little something something. I feel like one side's darker than the other now. And it shouldn't necessarily be dark at all, but nonetheless. No, okay, it worked out. Alright, so that's that. Alright, now we're going to put our lighter color on to go from the inner of our eye to the middle. And that color was this. It's like peachy color right here, and I'm using a flat brush because it's easier to work with, easier to create my shape with, going for that cut crease look. So I start in the middle and I work my way to the inner of my eye, and I'm just making short downward strokes, more so in a packing on method as opposed to brushing like we did with the other colors. Now what I do is I'm starting to create my shape, and I'm using the outline of my actual eyeball to do that. So I'm opening my eye as wide as I can. And now that I've created my shape, now I do like my sweeping. So I do a little more, you know, just to really bring out the color. And I just pat it, like now that I'm getting into where that black was and the darker color, I'm just patting it to blend the two colors together. But there we go. And we do the same exact thing on the other side. We're starting from the middle of the eye and we're patting the color into the inner corner. And now that I have everything there, now I create my shape. And I'm just using the outline of my eyeball. Slowly but surely. And then when I'm here to where the black was, I'm just patting that in. So now I have a cut crease going on without all the craziness and foolishness and everything that goes into doing a cut crease. And because I have hooded eyes, I go a little higher up. There you go. Because when the eyes close, a portion of the top of the lid is going to get eyeshadow color on it anyway. So I make sure just to go a little further up so the colors don't get crazy and I still keep what I want my eye to look like. Alright, now it's time for some mascara. I am using my Avon Big and False Lash. So you can see it, Big and False from Avon. Doesn't even matter. Totally love this stuff. Avon is low-key my favorite mascara. I mean, granted, I like a lot of things from them, but my favorite mascara, Avon. It's slept on. So what I'm doing is just looking downward. So this way I don't have to worry about ever getting eyeshadow into, getting mascara into my eyeshadow. And like messing up and being upset. Now, even though I am putting lashes on, I still use the mascara not only to create the underline, you see the line, so it looks like I have eyeliner on, but also to comb through my lashes and spread them out so they're not all like super clumped together. And let's do the next eye. I am going to add some liner to the mix. I have my e.l.f. liner, and this is going to be a little difficult. it, probably because I'm running out of liner. I didn't think that. Alright, so there we go. It doesn't really look like much now, but what I just realized is my liner ain't as dark as I would like to be, but we're making it work. Because I do have another liquid liner. So I have this e.l.f. liquid liner that I'm sure I can go like right on top of it. So you can add some like good dark color. Yeah, see? Yeah. Now we can go again. Bam. Alright, see, that totally worked out. I'm just getting in the little cracks and crevices. Alright, there we go. Oh! I did wind up. So with that, I'm just... What I also want to do, I mean, now that I've started it, granted I started it just to clear up a little error that I made that I didn't realize I made, but I do want to go in, because what's actually happening is my liner isn't dry and my eyes are closing. Blending my colors a tad bit more. Defining my lines a tad bit more. Alright, so let's get our lashes going. I have some simple lashes that I like to use. Nothing too out of the ordinary, nothing too fancy, nothing like that. Alright, so have my lashes, and what I'm doing is just cutting off the ends just to make it more to fit my eye. And it's just a tad bit off the end. It's nothing too wild and crazy. As you see, look. That's all that I cut off. That little tiny piece. And granted, it may not seem like a lot, but it actually goes a long way. Okay. So I'm gonna take my lash tweezers that I love, love, love. Get some lash glue. There is nothing close to fancy. Trust me on that one. And I'm putting it on the lash. Just a thin layer, nothing too thick. Somehow it like feels like it went away. Okay, here we are. And it doesn't take long to actually dry. I mean, not dry because you don't want it to dry. You want it to get like tacky. So it doesn't take long to do that either. And I'm putting on my lashes the same way that I put on my mascara. I have my handy dandy mirror and I lay it flat, so this way I look like I'm looking down and my eyes are closed. So it's much easier to put on the lash. Like if you have the skill to put it on like that and look in it, more power to you. But I'm just not at that level yet. And I think it's basically out of fear. But here we go. Now, once you get, like, you put it on, so like the middle is secure and in place. So then you want to secure the outer and inner. And then I go back and make sure my middle is secure. And that is how we put on lashes. So you see, it came out beautifully. Alright, so we're gonna go to the next one. Yeah, that's fine. And like I said, I'm just cutting the ends. Nothing too crazy. Small piece. And then, okay, so after I cut it, I like to make it a little circle out of there, and that's just to mold the shape of it. So you see, I just make a little circle. Remember that video when they were making circles and putting them in their nose? Anyway. But that's neither here nor there, because we're definitely not trying to put lashes on our noses. So I put another small layer of glue, and my glue looks a hot mess, so do not judge me. I know it looks a mess. Wow. Close that up. Ooh, yes, darling, yes. I'm gonna get to them eyebrows in a second, don't worry about it. Oh, that's for me making sure my liner was together. Alright, now let's go ahead and put on our lash. Same exact way. I'm looking down. I secure it in the middle, and then I want to secure my ends. And there we go. So it works out perfectly. And I'm just double checking to make sure my lashes are on point and together. And if I need to move anything, I use this other lash tweezer that I have that has this like stopper thing at the back. So I just use this to touch the lash as opposed to my finger, because I don't want my finger getting in there and doing a whole bunch that I don't need it to do. So yeah. Alright. So we are good to go there. So it's time to move on to the lower half of our face, this portion. And to do that, we need some foundation. So the foundation I'm using is Maybelline Fit Me 360 in Mocha. I think it's Mocha. It's 360 though. That's what I know about it. And I like the squirt bottle, so I just put it on the back of my hand. So just put it on the back of my hand. I use my brush. I like to use the flat paintbrush, like brush, because it helps me with control. Like I said, it helps with control. Make sure to get in that hairline. So you get around your nose, the tip of your nose, and I like to really get around my mouth, my jawline, because I don't want, when the laugh lines go up, I want it no creasing. So I really make sure to get in that area. There we go. gonna go in with the concealer. I have some e.l.f. concealer, and with e.l.f. it's kind of like one size fits all, so don't worry about the color because it's the only one they offer. And I use my concealer to make sure that my line is crisp and sharp and everything that I've ever wanted in life. And just like I do when I'm blending, I start blending with my concealer, like while I'm putting it on my face. So I'm going out. There we go. And let's do the other eye. So I'm gonna let that marinate for a minute, and we're gonna take care of the eyebrows. Now for my eyebrows, I love the shape and look of my eyebrows, so I'm not changing it basically at all. I'm not changing it at all. What I'm doing is I'm filling it in, because as you can see, it looks like I lost some hairs throughout this process right in the front. So what I'm doing is I'm just filling it in to get my color back, basically. So that's all I do, is I just take my little eyebrow pencil and I just fill in the front. Nothing too wild or out of control. And then I just fill in the back too, just a tad. So see, that's it. Just filling in, sorry. I'm just filling in the front. And I know you think like, okay, well, her joint look a little wild, so what I'm gonna do next is go in with the brush and it smooths it all out. So I have this little eyebrow tool, and then yeah, you just comb it, and what it does is it smudges the pencil color, and then I shape my eyebrow with it as well. See? wonderful, darling. Wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna use our handy dandy beauty blender. I like to spray with a little bit, because you know, you use a damp beauty blender, so I like to spray with a little bit of setting spray. And then I can actually focus on the outer portions first to get that blended in. See? That works. And then I can go in the middle. Bam. And it makes it so much easier. I'm saying a little extra effort that I put in with the wand while I was actually applying concealer makes such a big difference when it actually comes time to blend. See? So it's not like I'm blending forever and a day. Because basically my blending is done. And now you can see I created like lines. I take the bottom of the blender and just blend that in, and those lines are taken care of. I love it, I love it, I love it. And if there was even more concern about it, what I like to do is I just go back in with my foundation brush and just smooth that on out. So you see how everything's working together and coming together and looking fabulous, and I totally love it. Alright, so what's left to do is we're gonna bake, we're gonna add some highlight, and we're gonna add some lips. So back to my setting powder, and I'm just going in my problem areas first. And that's all that I need. So now I can go ahead and highlight. And the awesome part about the palette that I was using, the Gold Rush palette, it has highlight, blush, all that with it. That's what these bottom colors are. So I'm going to use this as my highlight color. So I take this little brush that's basically a lip brush, but I like it because it gets in the areas that I need it to get in, like right here. Now what I do is I start right in the middle and I work my way out. Bam. And I do the same thing on the other side. So I start in the middle and I work my way out. And that's how we highlight. And then what you can do is you can also take it out, which I totally love. Take it out into your waterline. Yes. So now I highlight above my lip. And then we're gonna highlight my nose. And it's very unorthodox, the brush I use to highlight my nose, but I like it. Bam. Now let's add some lipstick. And the lipstick I'm using is Liquid Suede, the Metallics collection. that I totally love the whole collection. And this color is a New Era. So you see it's like a bronzy, goldy color, which I think really worked with this look that we're doing. So let's go ahead and get some lipstick. Yeah. So it works out perfect. It's like a metallic brown. So it gives us all the glitz and glam that we need. Now, if you put on your lipstick and you realize you have some problems, some errors, whatever the case may be, you can go back in with your foundation brush, line it up, take care of it. Some people like to use concealer under, conceal it, their areas, go back in with a blending brush. However it works for you, that's what you do. Me, I didn't make any errors this time. So, I think that came out nice. But, now that we baked for a little minute, and normally I would bake longer than this, like I go get dressed, like if I'm doing, like going out, or getting dressed for work, like I'd be in this phase actually putting my clothes on now to make sure like I'm baking as long as possible. But I'm not gonna hold you guys up. So I'm going in with this big fluffy brush. Most people call it like a multi-purpose brush. What? I just want to dust. Now granted, I did just put in this area, but I do go all over because I want the excess to kind of be able to get into some other areas. And I do a little on my forehead. Yes. Okay. I love it. Yes, I totally love it. Now what I also want to do is add a little highlight in this area, and I want to use another type of brush. Oh gosh, I don't have my proper highlighting brush with me, but I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to highlight my areas, and it's just a light tap. Going. And nicely blend that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I totally love it when you catch that light. Oh yes. Okay. Okay, that's enough. Alright. So now I have some more e.l.f. Setting spray, so I'm just going to set my face. And we are done. So we're wonderful, we're beautiful. Granted, we started out that way. We're just enhancing our beauty. I don't know, I feel like I need to push these bad boys out a little bit more. There we go. Because using the brush, when we got our setting powder together, looks like it kind of messed with them. Alright. So like I said, we're beautiful already to start with. We're just enhancing our beauty side, highlighting some beautiful areas that totally work with everything, and just making ourselves, you know, what we want to be. Like, there's absolutely no problem with wearing makeup. Wearing makeup doesn't mean you're ugly. Wearing makeup doesn't mean you're trying to hide something. I wear makeup because I want to be creative, and it's a creative outlet for me. So that's why I do it. But nonetheless, I thank you ever so much for joining me today on Petty Perfect, for getting this get this done, get this together, get it all in all its majesty. But I will see you guys next time. Bye.